Welcome to historic Nippert Stadium in Cincinnati. A Week 1 showdown between two teams hoping to get things started on a great note. It's the Boston College Eagles and the Cincinnati Bearcats. Reese Davis along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. We'll hear from Holly Rowe in a bit down on the sideline. So Cincinnati's kicker approaches the football, and the 2026 season is underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Addison. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They'll give it to the transfer, first carry of the season. First guy never seems to get him as he finds his way out to the 19.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Looking for a man. It's McKenzie. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Back to pass on second down. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Gonna run it. It's Dickens. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Offense staying on the field there and hurry up, looking as if they'll go on 4th. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. They make the stop, but not before. He gets enough to convert on 4th down, and rolling the dice pays off. And the Eagles have this offense rolling. Running inside. It's Dickens. Oh, he's got some space. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
9th play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a 3rd down. Moving out to the right. Got out of trouble and throws. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Steps away to find some room. Now he's going to throw it all the way back across the field. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th.
Hey, you come out early in the game. You're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these 4th downs. He didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment.
Finding some room. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
I think the coaches sort of got together and decided, hey, on this drive, we're going to establish the run. We're going to be more physical. First 2 plays of the drive are run plays, and both have had success. The players have gotten the message very, very clearly. We have got to come out here, and we've got to win the line of scrimmage.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game. Guys, let's chat a minute about Cincinnati. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all off season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and
makes a grab and room to run. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Tries again to get it in. Looking for the end zone. He's up to 41 yards on the ground in the first quarter. What a tremendous start to this season.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, second and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the third down.
Still some work to do here on third and goal from the 3. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Big fella moving. Oh, you want to talk about catch radius, the big soft hands, it's like throwing it into a giant pillow.
And it's so nice for the quarterback, Reese, to know he doesn't have to put that right on his face mask. He's got an athletic tight end with crazy eye-hand coordination that can make plays like that.
Number 9.
Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. And they'll try to break the seal on the second quarter by putting 3 on the board. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about in that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get this thing going down 3-0. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
And his throw is incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you... Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And I'm not surprised, right? Like, they go to him again. Last drive, he did an unbelievable job. And if I'm this defense, just keep honing in, right? Like, making sure he has to earn it. Making sure a lot of people get near him. Continue to hit this running back. Try to slow him down and cool him off.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. On the ground with the counter. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
To the air, it's French. Bringing the heat. And the incomplete pass on third down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. On the ground, it's Perry. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
Oh, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Gets the back moving. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pocket breaking down. Makes the grab. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
After that last one, they're staring at a second and long first down marker just short of the goal line. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Touchdown, Bearcats! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And he tacks on the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Addison. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Eagles offense now ready to start the drive. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. It's complete. Finds enough room to get it to the 21 before going out of bounds.
Well, look, I know this guy is not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. It's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
Wants to fire on second down. Caught behind the line. It's Dickens. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Boston College wants to play fast. He's going to look for a man on third and short. Fires to the big fella. And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on third and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After losing a couple on that last play, here's second and 12.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
Man, you got to love the response of the quarterback. Like last possession, you make a mistake. Easy to get down on yourself sometimes, but now just come out and you're absolutely surgical. 4 for 4, spreading the ball out, seeing the defense really well. Nice bounce back for this QB.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass. That's caught. It's right. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
They have it at the 43, third and short, trying to avoid making a decision on fourth down. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And they get another first down. And this offense right now, man, it's just death by 1,000 cuts, right? Like not a lot of big plays, but they're finding ways to continue to move the football to get first downs. And a lot of times, man, the wear-out factor will come. You run a bunch of plays, and this defense can get tired.
Plows through the defense. And he's brought down after a nice gain on the play. Give him 7 on that one. And now we've reached the 2-minute timeout. The Eagles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up fourth down as this defense makes a play.
Man, how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
Converts on 4th down. Still going. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
Now, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that first down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the first down.
Scrambling away. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard, so you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab. The Bearcats use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
Boston College now operates from the red zone. They just keep firing. Oh, they're after him. Firing to the right, complete. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
And you can hear the exhale from up here, guys. Like that was a big 3rd down. This offense, they've already dug themselves a hole, right? They understand. They're down. It's getting closer to the half. They need to make some plays. That was a big 3rd down.
And they're not on the same page there. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for space. It's Dickens. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Timeout called. Cincinnati using it 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Working that left side now. Could not make his way to the corner. Now Cincinnati spins its final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Now wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. On 4th down, looking to pass. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. If you want to look on the bright side, at least you can pile up a bunch of yards if you can move the ball, because it is a long way to the end zone. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's French. Here comes the heat. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Now backed up in their own end, it's 3rd and long. On the option. He'll pitch it. Makes the play in the backfield again, and the defense can use a timeout and get the ball back here. Timeout called by the Eagles. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Had to hurry the punt a bit, but gets great distance. Looks it in at the 40. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Dickens. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on first down. Going for 6. And that one is picked off in the end zone. He'll try to take it back. He gets the pick, but not the pick 6 as they're able to run him out of bounds and limit the damage to wrap up the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We begin with the Northwestern Wildcats taking on the South Carolina Gamecocks. And it's the Wildcats coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week.
Turning it on! Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield. It's French. Got his man. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Offense still out there lining up quickly on 4th down. Off play action. Looking long. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
That's a gutsy call, and I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
On the ground, it's Dickens. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Returns it down to the 35-yard line as they cash in on the opportunity to force a turnover. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Handoff to the lone back. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And I think the defense kind of understood what was coming. Back-to-back possessions where this offense threw interceptions. Like, they're going to want to get the run game going, and they were ready for it. Great job fitting the gaps and making good, solid tackles.
Blasted as he lets it go. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs. Power football with the run. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. Back to pass, it's French. Quick completion on the out route. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Timeout called by the Eagles. It's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Going for the marker on the ground. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
A lot of times when you're in your own territory and it's 4th and 1, you see the offense try to draw people off sides. No, sir. They say, we're going to get this thing. We need 1 yard. We got 1 yard. We worked on it all week. They were successful. Nice aggressiveness early in their own territory.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
The play action fake. Fires to the big fella. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
Quarterback moving. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
He now has 80 yards rushing, and this offense wanted to establish the ground game, and man, have they started the season right in that regard. Looking for room, it's Perry. Here it is trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. That's the end of the quarter, and Cincinnati is on top. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. They had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Sends it back in motion. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were on the last 4th down.
Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Sending the offense back onto the field. So the defense has kept them in it. The offense hasn't done anything, but there's still time if they get going now. He uncorks one deep. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He showed off the stiff arm, but apparently he needed a couple more. A lot of defenders around to stop him.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
There's a crease. He's piled up 97 yards rushing, and he's making his presence felt in this first game. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Trying to impose their will with the run. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
Yeah, nice run, and I think everybody knows. He's right there next to that 100-yard mark, 98 yards on the day. And that's a mark, man. When you hit that mark a lot of times and you take care of the football, you win a lot of football games. It's the more physical team. It's the team that makes it easy, makes it easier on their quarterback, and they've done that today.
And he won't make it to the marker, stonewalled for the 2nd straight play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Bearcats are marching down the field. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Perry. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
And that's a live ball behind the line. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. I don't know if it was luck, and let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. And it's right down the boulevard. And now the lead is even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the Boston College offense makes its way onto the field. So the defense has kept them in it. The offense hasn't done anything, but there's still time if they get going now. Using his feet to buy time. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
Back to throw, it's McKenzie. Here's a heat. A strike downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Eagles come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. To the air on first down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. First catch of the season for this highly talented wide receiver, and man, their fans have been hungry to see that.
And this offense has not had much to cheer about. There's something right there. Let's see if they can string a couple of plays together. Listen, this game's probably over, but this offense has got to find some kind of a rhythm, something they can hang their hat on, so that moving forward, this offense has an identity.
They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. He wants to throw it again. Forced out of the pocket. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
He wants it all. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And obviously, guys, this drive is critical. You're down. You've got to score. So with a couple of timeouts in your pocket, man, like, that changes the whole dynamic of this 2-minute drill.
Maybe some room here. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Boston College!
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. Got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Makes the grab on the left. He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and they're down 8 here in the fourth. They still need a touchdown and 2-point conversion to tie, and they'll go for the onside kick here in the fourth.
And this is why you keep fighting. You just got your score on offense. Now you needed a miracle to come through with the onside kick so you can get one more possession to maybe go win the
first down here as we dive into the college football season. A week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. He'll try to do it himself. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. Clock's running and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. To the air, it's McKenzie. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Wants to throw on first down. Good timing on the quick out. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
Love the play call in a 2-minute situation here in the fourth quarter. Out-breaking route so you can make the catch, hopefully get out of bounds, and save yourself clock.
And guys, this offense has a couple of jobs. The first one, get the touchdown. Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Eagles! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. You work all offseason for that, the chance to take a knee and punctuate an opening victory to this season.